So on this episode of the Fitality Fitness podcast, I have none other than John Ryder. So for anybody that doesn't know John Ryder, John, tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm John Ryder. I'm 31 years old. I'm a British super middleweight boxer. Just lost a very controversial decision to Callum Smith for the WBA World Super Middleweight title and the Ring magazine. Yeah, that's it. Boxing and family. That's the life, and the weights room.
So what started out? What made you want to start being a boxer?
Just loved boxing as a kid. You know what I mean? I grew up in a great era in the 90s of the Ben Eubank, Collins days. Prince Nazim was thriving, and it's just a great time to be about as a kid and to see great fights on terrestrial TV.
Yeah. How many amateur fights?
I started quite late. I started training at 12. Had my first fight at 15. Won 2 national titles, but only had 35 amateur fights with 30 wins.
Yeah. And when you at what age were you when you turned pro, John?
I think I was 21, 22. I'm sure, 22. I think I was when I turned pro.
Thought
the time was right.
Yeah. Did you start your campaign at middleweight? Did you initially start?
Yeah, I mean, my first initial fight as an amateur was at 73.5. So the middleweight limit as a pro is I think it's 72.6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been started at 73.5 as an amateur in my first fight. Obviously in the championships it was under 75 kg, and then as a pro I was fighting at 11.6 for the first 8 years.
Yeah. So you've had you started off at middleweight. I think you went 15-0 before.
Yeah, 15-0. Yeah.
Before you went fight Billy Joe. Well, obviously now it doesn't look like a big defeat if you look at Billy Joe's record.
No, exactly. He's gone on. He's achieved great things in the sport. He's now a 2-weight world champion. And I mean, that fight could have gone either way that night. It was a good, close, hard fight. I think it was past midnight that we ended up getting in the ring to fight. And he's gone on and done well. And I should have really catapulted myself on, but I've had silly defeats that some I should have had, some I shouldn't have. But that's just the sport. Yeah,
that's what we're looking at now. It's like you've went on and had a couple of defeats, and I think at a point in your career you're thinking to yourself, is this really for me? Especially at middleweight, because I don't think a lot of people realise how hard it was for you to make the weight.
And like 3 or 4 years ago, I didn't know about nutrition and my body what I know now. I mean, I think boxing's forever developing in the nutritional and the strength and conditioning side. We've got great advice now from the likes of S&Cs and nutritionists, but back then it was just guesswork. It was the latest trends, the latest diets to go on. It was like everyone was at the thing of like the Ricky Hatton diet, where you could go out and have 20 pints on the weekend and then get in camp for 8 weeks and be fit.
Yeah, try to make weight. Because I seen Lee Selby posting the other day. He was saying somebody was asking him how he no longer made featherweight, and he was saying he was cutting 35 £. Between fights and living on 800 to 1,200 calories. Like, I think for what you know now, what's your nutrition like now? What kind of intake of calories are you taking on a daily basis?
We're still working like a calorie deficit, but it will be like on a high day with sparring, we'll be on say 1850, fueling for the sessions, and on a low day we don't drop it that much, really, maybe 16 to 1650. So. Yeah. I still feel I'm fueled. I'm eating the right stuff. The intake of water is high.
That's
just getting the right foods in.
Did at times when you were at middleweight, did you feel that like nothing in the tank?
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of it was old school methods. I mean, I had an old trainer who literally killed himself to make weight in years gone by, and it was just that they pass on that knowledge to you. So it's only when you get the advice of a professional, learn the real things about the body and how to diet, that you realise that you kind of got to eat more to lose more. So it works the complete opposite way.
Yeah. I mean, how long did you campaign at middleweight for? Do you know?
I think probably as a pro about 7 to 8 years.
Yeah, picked up 2 titles on the way. So, obviously, you were saying that you didn't know much back then, like nutrition wise and strength and conditioning. Can you see a big change in the way boxers are training now with strength and conditioning? Obviously, we can see now that you've brought in strength and conditioning coach Dan Lawrence as well to try and change your game up.
Yeah, massively. I mean, years ago we all got when it was a new thing to get a strength conditioner on board. We had one at the Matchroom gym who was working alongside a lot of the fellas, and then he had us on a steak every day for breakfast. And I mean, you look back now and you think with the likes of like Game Changers and whatnot on Netflix, you just think that that's the complete wrong thing to be putting into your body every morning. But yeah, moving forward, like Dan Lawrence, he's initially I think I've been working with him 2 years now, and I think I'm seeing improvement every camp. Just changing my body, just changing my diet.
I've just posted these pictures up. You've seen the change. I feel like the last 3 weigh-ins that you've probably for the fights you've been in, you can actually see like the dramatic change in you and your shape.
Yeah, massively. I mean, because initially the first fight was the Jamie Cox fight. I think I had 8 weeks with him, so we didn't get as much work as either of us would have liked.
Yeah.
And we had a good length of time before the Sorokin fight. That was a good camp for that. Then with the Vegas fight, we was out in LA 2 weeks before, so he was in living with me for 2 weeks before, and he got all the food prepared in the house, and it was perfect. It was ideal. So knowing that going into the Callum Smith camp, it was planned that that fell through. So we ended up renting an Airbnb. Me and Dan moved into that for a few weeks prior to the fight, and really got locked into the nutrition side.
Yeah. So let's talk about the training side. So what is a week's training for John Ryder when he's in camp? Peak time into camp. So
mixture of cardio. We do some long, slow fat burners, some sprint sessions. Tuesday and Thursday are our sprint sessions in Brentwood. That's either like the triangle run or the hill sprints on a Tuesday. On the Thursday will either be the sledge, the track work, or the steps at Leon C. Wednesday I tend to rest off the cardio and do like a sparring session and an S&C session in the afternoon. Monday and Friday I'll either do a long run or like an assault back session, because we'll have sparring in the afternoon. And then on the weekend, normally a strength conditioning session on a Saturday morning. And then maybe see how I feel on a Sunday, maybe a long run or an assault back session.
Yeah. So on that kind of active recovery kind of Sunday session.
Yeah, I think you don't need to. It's important to get a rest in on a rest day.
Yeah.
Especially with the load deep in camp. So, I mean, what you can make up for in 6 minutes on an assault back is 50 minutes on the road. So, I think it takes a lot off your joints as well. So it's often handy to just switch it up a little bit.
There's things like that, and it's just these small changes that can actually benefit you in the long run, like for the recovery.
Yeah, I think just minor margins. You're taking a load off your joints.
Yep.
I mean, under fatigue as well after a long hard week, you don't really need to put any impact on your back and your knees and your hips. I mean, I'm not getting any younger, so I'm feeling the strain a bit more after fights and heavy training sessions. So just things like the assault bike, the watt bike, they're all good. I'm no good at swimming. I swim like a rock. But,
yeah.
The bikes really get a good workout on.
What is recovery for John as well? Do you any other things that you do? Meditate? What kind of anything?
No, I'm not one for meditation. I do sometimes sit down fight a day and
chill
a
out.
little 5 minutes to myself and chill out and put a little meditation video on YouTube. But I'm more just I like my sports massage. I like the
cryo.
I don't mind. I've had a couple of cryo chambers. I'm a bit sceptical about it. I don't know if I believe in it.
Yeah.
But,
even if it is, that's the thing. Is if it's even placebo effect, if it makes you feel better about your training, then obviously it's doing something for you that in the long run. But as you said, like scientifically, is it beneficial?
Yeah, I mean it's one of them. I'm sure there is a lot of benefits to it, but I'm still sceptical. But we use the Theragun as well to get into the muscles.
Yeah.
And the the name of them. It's got the Normatec trousers.
Oh, right. I've seen him.
I'm a big believer in them, and
Yep.
when I can get him out of the gym, if I'm in camp, I will definitely take him away.
So let's talk more about the strength conditioning that you do with Dan. I've got a wee clip here. You have a kind of video of what you're doing. So obviously this one's the kind of before the fight. That's kind of like the promo video that they've done in the lab. So obviously showing you the more kind of I'm guessing obviously the kind of more kind of tapering phase, because that would have been quite close to the fight.
Yeah, that was the Thursday before the fight. So yeah, the day before weigh-in. That's just more like a priming session, just to keep the body switched on.
Yep. Because that's the thing as well. Sharp. A lot of boxers would probably find that they would train hard, and then the week before the fight, you would find they wouldn't do anything. They would just maybe just sharp on the pads. But if you were doing strength and conditioning, you still want to get that tapering phase, as you said, keep everyone firing.
Yeah, I think it's important as well, because I like to keep the pads up and whatnot and keep sharp. But I think you're working on these muscles, and a lot of this is priming the muscles for the fight. So keep everything active and just keep everything firing.
We've got you a video here doing the heavy split squat and then straight into kind of plyo jumps.
Yeah,
that's one we cut out of. Obviously, is it BXR in London?
Yeah, no, we do. I think with me, I've got into SNC quite late, so I'm a bit restricted on a lot of the movements I can do. There's a few of the lifts that I can't really get into place and struggle with a few of the holds. So the trap bar really works well for me. The safety bar also works well with the split squats and the squats. So I think you just got to play to your strengths a bit more.
Yeah. What kind of lifts are you saying that you kind of, because you're late into the kind of strength and conditioning, what you kind of struggle on?
I think more as boxers. I think where we're so inverted on the shoulders, where we used to be curved round and in like the punching stance. I think I'd struggle with more of like a clean and jerk, or like more like
Olympic kind of lifting.
Anything overhead, and I can't really like get like a front
squat.
Yeah, I struggle to keep the bar there. So
I think that's why the safety bar well. I was going to say safety bar works well for any kind of boxers. Obviously, because you're rounded in that kyphotic kind of position for long. Obviously, let's talk about it. So obviously, mobility. Mobility is a big issue for a lot of boxers. So you use that as kind of your main kind of workout, kind of warm up. Sorry, before your workout.
Yeah, because I think as boxers, listen, we're all bad for it. None of us warm up as much as we should do, and we certainly don't cool down like we should do.
Yeah.
Once we're done, with a few sit-ups maybe, probably not even that beneficial to us. A few sit-ups, take the wraps off, walk to the shower. There's very little stretching done or any cool down process. We might hit the speed ball for a bit, but other than that, I think the mobility sessions are really important. I find now that if I've had a long journey in the car, or if I've not done something for a couple of days, like having fought last Saturday and not done nothing for a week now, I really want to get on a foam roller and just ease myself out and break myself in. Just loosen off.
Definitely. So we'll go back and have a look at the fight last Saturday. So a lot of people, the thing is, it's like very hard for me to score it, because obviously I know you well, John. But when you jump on social media and you see like 90 or 95% of the people kind of commenting below saying it was a robbery, what's your thoughts on the fight itself? How do you think it went? And obviously the support that you've been getting.
Like, firstly, the support online has been overwhelming. I believe as the final bell went, I believed I won, and the people around me were saying, "That's yours. You are world champion now." You can only take that. They're wholeheartedly telling you, and I trust people's opinion. Then the decision goes the other way, and you think, well, are they just blowing smoke up my arse? Do you know what I mean? But the support online has been something else. I mean, there's no way that they could see it be also blind for me. Do you know what I mean? So, I'm yet to watch it back, but going by what people are saying, and these are people who've got no allegiance to me. Haven't got a, listen. You know what Twitter and social media like yourself.
Yeah.
People are far quicker to give you stick than they are to praise you. So the fact that people give me the praise online is just goes to show that how wrong the judges were.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, do you think your mentality's kind of changed? But obviously, or is it because of social media? Obviously, when you look at the defeats that you've had in kind of past, maybe like a point where you thought to yourself, look, this isn't for me, boxing, and then a defeat like that one there, and you think to yourself, yeah, look at the support I've got. This is what it's all about. Even though I didn't get the win, this is what boxing's all about.
Yeah, no, listen, I've been at lower points in this year. I mean, I'm still in a great position.
Yep.
Chances are I'm still going to fight for a world title in my next fight. I've taken a bundle of credibility from that fight. But listen, it's nice to have people's kind words and all the you should have won and all that. But at the end of the day, I've not had a decision. I feel like the champion, and I feel like I should have them titles around my waist, but ultimately I haven't. And they're what I want. They're what I'm in the sport for. So 2020, I'm looking to put that right and get a title around my waist. Do
you think obviously
just really get what's mine?
Do you think with the main talking point would be the judges scoring though? What would be
massively.
Yeah. When we think what a great fight, and then obviously it's been a great fight. Obviously, a couple of rounds were close, but when you look at the judges scoring, what are they watching? If you think to you, I think that
I've seen the cards, and it's like I don't even think they're seeing the same fight because there's no apart from the 116, 112. They're both the same cards, but you look at the way they scored the round, they're both scored completely different. So it's like, how are you all seeing it so different?
That's the thing. It's like, even if the fight had maybe went 1 round or 2 round to Callum, you would maybe thought to yourself, right, okay, and then maybe watch it back and think to yourself, where did I go wrong? But when you look at that and the scorecards are so wide, how does that happen? Like, surely something needs to change in boxing with that, because that's a few fights that we've seen it. It's like it's not been a round or 2 rounds each way. It's been so wide, and it doesn't give you the respect for the effort for the fight that you basically put the effort that you gave.
No, because I think if you're not really a boxing fan, you're just a casual, and you're looking at the report and you see he got beat 117, 111, 116, 112 twice, you think it's a pretty routine night for Callum Smith there. He's at his own weight. You watch the fight back, it's a different story. I went in there, I got a game plan off to the T. Been working on a game plan with Tony Sims for weeks on end. Probably since I've boxed in Vegas, we've been working with Callum Smith in mind. So nearly 6 months working with him in mind, training hard, sparring to all the guys, getting sparring in. And I just think the game plan went perfect, and I negated everything he'd done. People say he had a bad night. No, he didn't. I had a great night. I've done everything I needed to do. He didn't get his shots off. That's not my problem. I got my game plan off perfectly.
So you're saying a big 2020. What's next for John Ryder?
Just a bit more rest, a bit more time with the family. Get Christmas out of the way, and I'm just looking forward to getting back in, ticking over, getting back on the strength and conditioning, getting back on the boxing side, and just working towards something big.
See, but what's the situation would be with the WBA? Are you still interim champion? Will that make you still? They're talking about the WBA regular title. That you're fighting for that?
Yeah, I think the WBA regulars become vacant now. I think I don't think I'll be interim champion anymore. I think that'll be stripped and put up as vacant. So hopefully I can get a fight for the vacant regular title, and then that's a fight that I'd be up for and get me on the ladder.
Right, before we talk about the big fight next week, there's another fight that you might be interested in as well. Keep your eyes on the Jacobs fight. Obviously he's moving up to super middleweight, fighting Chavez. You got an interest in that fight?
Yeah, it'd be a good fight. Interesting to watch. I mean, we've seen what Jacobs done at middleweight, the battles he's had and what he's come back from. So it's a great story, the miracle man. But I think Chavez has just been a playboy at this, and he's
Yeah.
lived off his dad's name for too long. So I'm sure Jacobs will put in a great performance.
Because these are the
He'll
kind of
fly.
they're the kind of fights you need to look at now. Because obviously you being in that mix, you've basically shown that you can mix it with the top level. So these are the fights that are not going to be, they're not out your reach. If like Eubank and Jacobs, Billy Joe Saunders, all these kind of names now. I think they now know that John Ryder can mix it with that kind of elite level.
Yeah, no, exactly, and that's what I want. I mean, I want these big fights. I mean, I did put my name in the hat for Jacobs already, but he's gone for the big American name, and Chavez is that. He's a massive name in America. He carries his legacy, so I get what they're doing, but it's definitely a fight I'll be up for down the line.
Yeah, your name was up for Eubank as well. Was that not right?
Yeah, we was in negotiations with them for a while. Just come to a blank really, and I see he's fighting Korobov now in the States in December sometime.
Isn't it? Yep. And the thing is, obviously the mandatory position was getting called, so you took the right option and took the Callum Smith fight. Obviously a huge underdog in the fight, but obviously you've proved everybody that you can get up there and mix with the elite level. So let's talk about the fight next week. So AJ Ruiz rematch. How do you think it'll play? How do you think it'll go?
Well, Joe, what? This is interesting because we're talking about the likes of strength conditioning and whatnot. I mean, you look at Ruiz and it don't look like he's ever touched a weight in his life.
Yeah.
Don't look like he's dieted a day in his life. So, and look what he did. But I think AJ's trimmed down a bit this camp, and he's been a little bit less active on the weights and a bit more. I think he's got a bit more lean. So I think could play a big part. I don't know if Ruiz has got his number now, but I hope not. I'm a massive AJ fan, and what he's done for British boxing has been unbelievable. I think
even for
it was a bit of a sad fate when he got beat.
Yeah, even for strength and conditioning wise as well. If it wasn't for kind of Joshua posting kind of things on Instagram and social media, do you think a lot of boxers wouldn't even be kind of trying the strength and conditioning side of things? Because obviously,
definitely,
yeah,
because you see that he's posting a lot of drills daily, and you see a lot of people get a lot of insight into what he's doing, and that encourages people to go and get active and just get doing it themselves. So I think it has brought a lot more S&C coaches into the game and given a lot more of an opportunity.
Yeah, try it out. Right, John, I'm going to call it a day. Thanks for being a guest, and hopefully we can get a big 2020, a big fight, and get that world title.
Fingers crossed, mate. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.